Joining me now in studio is Mr. Riggs Eckelberry. He's the CEO of OOIL Incorporated, stock symbols OOIL. Riggs, good to see you again.
Thank you, Don. It's a pleasure.
You know, I bring this up every time I have you on the program. I just love the description of your company. You're a company that is essentially growing oil. Tell us again real quick what you do.
We are growing oil above ground in a way because, of course, algae was the original oil. That's what's in your car. It's not a bunch of dinosaurs. And algae grows incredibly fast. And that's what we need in order to overcome this incredible petroleum consumption, which is going to come roaring back after things speed up again. And so algae has this potential for really being the biofuel of the future, but somebody's got to harness it, and we have that breakthrough technology we're developing.
And what's amazing about the algae, of course, is that it's the source for biofuel production, and it's not a food source such as we were dealing with wheat and corn.
Three things: not a food, does not take up a lot of land, and does not use up water. It reuses its own water.
Well, what's new with OOIL since we last spoke?
Well, we're doing very well with our technology development. Our new CTO, Don Baillargeon, is settling in, and we're bringing in some more engineers. I'll have more announcements in that vein soon. Meanwhile, I've been invited to speak next week after the election at the Senate Latino Caucus for California, chaired by Joe Cotto. They're having what's called Econ Dev, where we'll be talking about how do we deal with the economic issues that are holding us hostage in a way in California. And I'll be speaking of course, our energy future.
Well, of course, the two biggest topics these days outside of the economy itself, but of course, are anything green and, of course, energy independence. And you can't get any greener than algae, obviously, but if we're able to grow our own oil in this country using algae as a biofuel source, obviously that would help towards energy independence.
That's critical, and in fact, one of the biggest players in energy independence is the Department of Defense. The Navy is the world's biggest user of diesel, and they are serious as a heart attack about diversifying their sources. They don't really care. Oil could be $10 a barrel. They'd still be very serious about this. And so we're seeing a lot of future in that direction. Overall, algae has that potential of home-growing our oil and making a new industry.
I mean, is it conceivable, I think people watching this program are thinking, can we grow enough algae to make a dent in our demands for oil?
Yes, and the answer is it's going to be grown by a lot of people. We have this vision not just of a few big algae breweries, so to speak, but a lot of them all over the world. I call it mushrooms after the rain, where it just pops up everywhere. And through that huge distributive factor, we're going to get the growth of a biofuel that's an alternative to petroleum.
Real quickly, because you hear about all kinds of government incentive programs for things like wind power and solar power. Is there anything brewing, so to speak, with respect to algae cultivation for growing oil?
Algae, all biofuels are part of the mix. Algae is especially in a good position because it is the only biofuel left. The food, we just can't keep burning food. And so, yes, there are subsidies, and of course there's a huge program. Both candidates are espousing enormous alternative energy budgets going forward. And the world just can't have just electricity. You need portable liquid fuels. Comes from a biomass source such as algae, and truly algae is the only one. And we need to measure up, and that's why we need that technology.
Again, OOIL, OOIL. For more information, give us a call, 888-259-4449. Riggs, always a pleasure.
Thanks, Don.